So what was that?
How many? Like
About
cars or
10.
whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, why don't we get started?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get started.
I'm gonna. I guess before that, I'm gonna say, all right, we have to make sure we have ourselves covered with the hood. That way they won't be able to recognize us.
Gotcha. So all of you that have that disguise mask and the cloak, are able to do that.
I'll put a disguise on.
Dvalin
Okay, what
is.
disguise are you doing?
Go ahead.
Felina, what are you disguising yourself as, and what are you using to disguise yourself?
I'll use one of my disguise kits.
So you just pull some stuff out?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you look like now? What are you disguised as?
I'll put on like a short black wig.
It's like
I
a
don't know
bob.
what else. Yeah.
Like
I'll
a,
put
like
a-
a fake mustache
put
over
a
your
f-
mustache.
Yeah, I'll put a fake black mustache over my pink mustache.
Nice, with a wig and a mustache as you guys
That's
run.
funny.
You're just fishing it out of your bag and throwing it on. Yeah, so I forget exactly how long I told you guys it would take to get there just by like booking it as fast as you could.
Yeah. I forget.
But I think it was. I think I said it was something like 30 minutes or something because it's a really big city.
So Dvalin is going to cast Find Vehicle.
Okay, so you're gonna summon a vehicle.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
he is going to.
What's it look like? What kind of vehicle are we talking about?
It's gonna look similar to as it's always looked. Just to like house a lot of people into it.
1920s car. Okay, like a bigger, like almost like a modded 1920s vehicle with like a wide body kit and like
Yeah, something like
more
that.
seats.
He's
Cool.
gonna
We're talking
yell, "Everyone, get in!"
convertible?
What was that?
Like open top, closed top.
We'll say close top.
Okay.
And just magically the back opens up for people to get in.
Sweet. Yeah. So as you guys are running,
I'll jump in.
cast this magic as kind of like that bus in Harry Potter where you hear like the beep beep, you see the headlights. It like comes just swerving around the corner to a stop where you guys are as all the doors open up and the back opens up. Is everyone getting in the car?
I am. I'm
figured
running immediately.
I don't know if like how fast Boston do you think this car can go?
I mean, because it's kind of like, I mean, Valen's gotten stronger since he used it originally, and it's like kind of magically enhanced. I would say it's probably able to go like 80 miles per hour.
Okay.
Which is
probably
equivalent
faster.
to 80
Probably faster
miles
than-
per hour to feet per second is 720 feet per turn, basically.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
that's how faster
so-
than any of us can go.
Yeah, if you're all in the car, who's driving?
Dvalin, he is proficient with the
Follow
vehicle.
drive. Okay, you got your mask.
He does have the gaze
you
up, so
threw
he
up?
can see.
Okay, your haze gaze is up. You get in the car. It revs with excitement, kind of like your horse. You know, it's like it's neighing, ready to go. You slam on the gas, and it peels out down the street. Because these streets are like not designed for like a regular car, and this is very packed city, I'm going to need some checks from you driving.
Okay.
And if anyone has any ideas of like how they can help, feel free to shout them out, and we'll take that into account. But just for like maneuvering, avoiding like hitting people or crashing, that sort of thing, while still going as fast as you can. So I think these are just going to be, I'd say like a dex check, unless there's a check you think applies better.
To check that goes with your.
I mean, it says I'm
It could just
proficient
like, if
with
you're
it.
proficient in land vehicles. I guess, yeah. Then just I'd make it dexterity based plus your proficiency bonus.
Proficient with land vehicles? What is this that I have? I don't think I am.
Okay. Oh, that. Oh, wait, one
Woof.
second. 1 second. I think I still have my inspiration. It says I have. I think I mentioned it using inspiration last time, but I think we ended up canceling it for some reason. Do you remember what that
Oh
was?
yes. It was because the scrying thing. I actually had to have Felina roll for it,
Okay.
and scrying didn't happen, but you used it when we thought it had happened.
Okay. So I'm gonna use
you
inspiration on
still have
this.
Cool.
I
Oh
actually
my-
don't think
Dude, oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
What
Okay,
are the odds? Does someone want to
Okay.
give the help action at all?
I'm trying to think of how I could even help.
I hate to be the guy, but it would have had to have been mentioned before.
Yeah.
Okay, you slam your foot onto the pedal, and you haven't driven this car in a while, at least not enough, and it's much stronger than it used to be as it sort of kicks faster, and you immediately spin out, beginning to do donuts, as like the rear wheels just like smash and batter like street carts around. Just scattering all of their wares and like street food and like boiling oil everywhere onto bystanders. As it kind of like gets its, you're able to kind of correct it as it's now sort of sideways, and as it kind of gets more traction and has more direction, stops spinning out, it launches forward down an alleyway, and takes you down some stairs into these big wooden double doors. Make me another drive check to not like crash into these doors and instead like ram through them.
Okay. What
13.
the heck?
Oh my
Boston,
god!
will you
What is
allow
happening?
will you allow me a moment of
Crazy!
inspiration here, please? Because the gods apparently don't
just
want
do
this.
Here's the
Just
thing.
do it.
Here's
Just to do it, just so you can see if he gets a
with
fourth.
crits, like you always honor the D20, right? The natural 20. And if you got 3 natural 20s in a row, I would have the craziest shit happen. But 3 ones in a row, I feel like I kind of have to honor that too. But it'll be cool. It's just gonna be crazy. So you go straight towards these doors, and you kind of try and get your correction, get your speed up. You know, you've been kind of out of control. It's not up to speed. You're trying to kind of control that. You're shifting, trying to get enough speed to ram through these wooden doors instead of crumpling against them. And you do. You hit these doors, and the wood splinters. They come off their hinges immediately and launch like 1,000,000 miles per hour against the back wall of whatever this place is, and you like crash into this wine cellar as you plow through rows and rows of wine as glass shards and like Chardonnay and Pinot Grigio start splashing over all of you. Everyone make well, no, never mind. You're in the car, so you're kind of protected. Actually, make a con save for the car for me,
Okay.
Spencer. Just use your own modifier.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
Okay.
Almost the exact opposite.
None of the like barrels or bottles like smash through the glass, so you guys are safe within the car. As you continue, peering through these like rows, it's a big wine cellar. You see the wall coming up, and you're thinking there's not much of a chance you're going to slam through it, so you're going to have to come to a halt. Make another drive check, and anyone who wants to help prevent the car from smashing into
Please help.
everything you can do.
I'm gonna cast Arcane Hand and kind of hold onto the car to adjust the movement a little bit.
So are you
I
kind of like
just-
trying to grab onto the back of it, or like putting it in front?
From the top, since it is a close top.
Oh, like you're like a kid playing with a toy
Exactly.
car thing.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, just make a strength check with the hand. As
Okay.
this big fiery hand appears above you, kind of like Master Hand from Smash Bros, and grabs onto the sides of the cars, and you hear a little car noise as the hand attempts to stop it.
We just say, "Where did you learn to drive?"
What is the strength? This plus. Okay. And you said it's a strength. You said.
Yeah, strength check. Or you can do an athletics check with the hand.
Eh, same thing. It's about the same thing, I think. 12. Dang.
Dang.
not bad.
I'll make your drive check.
Okay.
Unless it's maybe not.
A 2.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
Does his thing
Okay.
give me? Does his thing count as the help action at all, Boston?
You know what? I would consider this for you a save. So you can add your deck save bonus and your aura bonus to this. We'll see what that makes. And do you have any cool dice?
I do not have any cool dice, but the
Felina, I would allow
modifier.
you to make a reflexive inspiration if you would like. It's up to you, but if you want to use your reaction to give some inspiration, I'll allow it, and we'll see how this roll comes out.
Okay, so
Um,
this would be
okay.
a
Just make sure to mark down
plus
that you
5
used
plus
form of
5. So this
inspiration.
would be a 14 currently. It
Can
is a
I-
14.
Felina, as you like do this like drum roll, like this like action movie drum roll, just kind of boost Dvalin's adrenaline, and with the help of the hand, let's see if this works. So roll a d12, I believe it is.
Hey,
Hey!
26.
Huge.
Okay, so it's
Okay,
now
with the hand-
26.
Kind of turning the car, forcing it to drift, and Dvalin like expertly using like the E brake and the momentum of the car. You're able to skid to a stop before slamming into the stone wall.
Like it
and as you
goes
come
like
to a
1
stop,
inch away.
you see there is a lever, just like up next to the wall, right next to where you're at.
I can just reach my hand out and pull it.
Yeah.
All right. I reach my hand out and pull it.
Right, you chunk, the lever goes forward as the floor beneath you kind of drops out, and there's like very fast elevator descent, and lowers you, and you feel like you're going for like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 feet before it comes to a stop. The car kind of bounces on its suspension, and you guys hit your heads against the roof, as these big metal doors pop open, and you can see a arsenal of missiles and cannons and ship like weapon modification parts and like smaller vehicles and equipment, and in the middle just this like massive rocket.
What
Hmm.
the?
For anyone who wants to look at Devon, you can look at him.
Oh, he's ugly.
I'm definitely staring at him because I'm just.
He has a
looking, like,
grin
what
across his face.
What the
Oh,
heck
and
did he do?
on the ceiling you can see this massive like circular hatch right above that big missile.
It's coming towards us, right?
It's just sat in the middle,
It's-
like a
it's
big
just-
metal
Oh,
stick.
okay.
It's like, and is this building like a silo or
Big warehouse slash
so?
silo.
Okay, but it is shaped like a warehouse, not like a silo per se.
Yeah, it's like this just really big
Like-
underground storage
Okay.
facility.
What are you thinking?
Well, I think we found our way to get there quickly. The fates have ruled in our favor, it seems.
I'm taking a rocket.
We got to get there quickly, don't we?
Oh, how do you plan on
I don't.
using this? I don't think anybody knows how to use that, if we can use it.
Can I roll like
Can
some sort of
I-
investigation or perception check to see like if there's a way to like if it's something that you man from the inside and direct to where it goes?
Yeah, you can make. I'd say probably like a perception check.
Okay.
And Josue, was there something you're trying to do?
It was basically the same thing, but he asked first. So.
You can join in on it.
Yeah, you look. Here, give me 1 sec. Let me roll something. Why are all my d20s hiding? Oh, there we go.
Whoop.
Yeah, you see a very small singular cockpit. It looks like it can hold like one person, but it's very cramped up towards the top. And with that high of roll, you notice there's no like eject feature. At least not that you can see from the controls in there. They seem to be very rudimentary controls.
Do you point it out to everybody, or do you keep it to yourself?
Yeah, he points it out. So he then says, if we were to go with this option, we'd have to put people in the bag of holding and then land where it goes. But we don't know if there's any explosive properties with this thing. It's a risk.
I don't know what sort of collateral damage we would cause by
Alright, then.
launching this rocket.
We'll just scrap this, but keep in mind...
Do we know it's a rocket?
What size is it, Boston?
It's probably like...
Like, is it small, medium?
It's like the height of like a 2-story house.
Is it
Holy crap.
huge or large?
I'd say it's probably in the huge category, yeah. That size.
Can I cast animate objects on it?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I guess I'll allow you to explain to me how this thing animates.
Interesting.
Well, how does this become an animated thing? Are we talking Transformers here? Because I'm very down for Transformers.
I'll say, hold up, guys. I've got a trick. I can do this. I don't know. I'll do a little drum roll, and then shoots magic at the rocket ship, and then I don't know. Yeah, Transformers sounds good.
Okay, the reverberations of your magic seep into the panels and crevices of the rocket and soak into the middle of it as it begins, like the panels begin to pop off and like rearrange as like the tip of the missile like drops down on like over to the chest, and underneath you can see a head pop out with these big like aviation goggles and a massive like metal mustache. As arms unfold from this thing, and like the rocket like base with like the jets and everything kind of come into 2 pieces and fold into feet.
Well, that's one way to transport us.
As it drops down and looks over to you, comes over, drops to a knee, and like bows.
Is there a way you can get it to carry us to the destination we need to go to?
Yes, of course. Everyone get inside.
Well, we can have it carry the car.
Okay.
Why would we need the
It has
car?
arms now.
But what does the inside entail? Is there room inside still?
There's probably still not enough room for all of us.
Bustin' house room is there?
There's no room in that cockpit. Like you could fit maybe one of you in there, but like your options either to have like jump onto it and cling on while it flies, and like have it like maybe hold some of you in its arms, or to just pick that car up because it totally could. It's got like the propulsion of a missile.
Okay.
It might like slow it down a little bit, but it could carry the car.
All right, I'm gonna get in the cockpit. You guys stay in the car, and we'll go.
We're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. This giant rocket.
Well, there's no use trying to
Oh.
conceal ourselves. As long as we conceal our faces, and that should do the trick.
Ignis, can you turn it invisible, maybe?
I think so.
It is a
Let's see.
construct.
Boston.
It's a creature you touch becomes invisible. Is this thing considered a creature now?
Animated
Yep.
now?
It's a construct at the moment, so
So it is considered a creature. So
yeah.
Okay.
Consider it a creature, so you can make this into...
okay, I'll turn it invisible.
Check to see if I allow
Less conspicuous that a
the car could be-
flying. Yeah, less conspicuous that a flying car might be.
Usually equipment
Fine.
also goes invisible as well, but I'm just going to roll a luck check to see if I will consider it as equipment or if it will just look like a big flying car.
Like even so, like a flying car, especially around here, is less conspicuous than a. Like you said, it's the size of a building rocket.
Okay, I will allow the car to go invisible. as well.
Aw, it would have been funny though.
Alright.
Does
If
he
you want
talk?
the card to be visible, I'll allow that
Yeah.
as well. You can choose.
No, well, we should.
No, everything
maybe
will be invisible.
Yeah.
What was your question, Felina?
Does he talk?
What?
Does he talk?
I don't think animate objects makes it so that they can talk. Does it?
I mean, it's up to Boston, regardless.
For fun flavor, I would allow it, but it's if you want him to talk. But if you want him to talk, you got to give him a cool like name.
Rocketicus.
Rocktiticus.
That's not a cool enough name. I'm sorry.
You can call him Jetmir. No? Okay.
Sure.
I wish I could do an Optimus Prime voice because I totally would.
His name's
Auto-
Optimus Speed.
Autobots, roll out.
Dude, you cannot name him Optimus Speed. That's crazy.
Optimal speed. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, well, whatever. So it gets up, grabs the car, looks up and goes, "Roll out." As how are you guys opening the like hatch, like the missile silo hatch?
I thought it was open already.
There is a console around the base where the missile was.
Can I go to it and roll something to see if I know what it does?
Sure. Yeah, you can roll over, run over, and sorry, Tuco. Yeah,
Well,
it's not like fully technological. Like it's a little technological, but it's a lot of like magical runes and like circuitry. So you can roll an Arcana check, see if you can rate it. Like this is something that like
17.
an artificer would probably be like able to use really well, but like a wizard could kind of intuit how to do it. So yeah, with that 17, I'd say you're able to recognize a lot of the symbols, find one that kind of represents opening, and kick that on as the hatch kind of opens downward, revealing a chute that goes up, and seems like go into a clock tower, and you can see like the pointed roof opening like doors to create a missile silo. As the optimal speed, is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Okay, optimal speed, the missile transformer, grabs the car with both of his hands underneath it, kicks his legs back as the jets engage, two wings jut out of his back, and he takes off, lifting it up through the silo as it goes vertical, and you guys kind of fall back onto your seats and have to hold on out into the open air and immediately towards the direction of the garage. So doing this will, I think, cut your travel time down from like 30 minutes to like 5 minutes.
Well,
Nice. Okay.
Awesome.
As it
like when you talk
punches
about
forward.
it kind of in there, I'm just like, gosh, I'm still freaking hurt from that fight. Ugh. Like going into combat here hurt, but hopefully maybe we can beat them there.
Yeah.
I don't know how more. I don't know how
Felina,
useful I will be because I used a lot of magic.
Yeah.
Felina, make me a dexterity check with proficiency.
Okay.
With a proficiency, or what do you mean?
Just like like this is like kind of a drive check.
Do I roll
sort of
twice?
piloting check.
Well,
Oh.
with proficiency is just +5, so.
So just add your proficiency bonus. Yeah, so
And
16.
then maybe Dex as
Oh
well.
yes, yeah.
let's
what's
say-
your dex bonus?
Yeah, Dex plus proficiency.
So 5 plus your Dex plus 11.
It's 19.
19? Yeah. You're actually able to catch up to the squid guard you had initially seen, and kind of pass them as they're about like a third of the way there.
Okay. Double checking. I'm also gonna double check with. It's been a month. I feel like it's been like a month now. What's his name? I've forgotten.
Grunk.
Grunk. Yeah, I'll be like, Grunk. Grunk. What are you doing now? Where are you at?
I'm hiding on the ship. I can hear them looking around. They're searching for me, I think.
Okay.
Tell him that we'll be there in about 3 minutes.
Is there a way that you can get out?
The only entrance/exit I saw is the one that they came through. The only other way out of here is on a ship, using the exit, like bay doors.
If you have a way to get out, I want you to get out. Okay. I'm sorry.
I'll-
You shouldn't
I'll
be
try.
involved in all this. I'm sorry for that. I don't want you to get
Don't worry.
arrested because
It's
of
all right.
this.
It's all part of the fun. Please hurry.
Tell him we'll
We're
be there
out
in
for-
3 minutes.
We'll be
Devon
there
says.
short. We'll be there shorter than you think. A couple minutes.
All right. I'm gonna get out of here. You just hear him go, ninja flip. Ugh!
But how did they even know they were there? I feel like we were so careful, or at least I mean you were the ones who stole it. Did anyone see you?
No, we took care of all the witnesses.
You're not there.
Hmm.
You're, it was
There,
the
I
one-
mean,
you
there
are
were
in
people
Rome.
who
I
did
mean,
see
the
us,
Cockpit.
but those who did see us were likely dispatched of in the sense of changing their memory a bit. But that makes me wonder. Something else is
Right,
at play
you
here.
guys see the kind of outside of the garage as you approach very quickly the edge of the city where you guys had initially arrived. As you are approaching, is there anything you guys are doing in preparation?
Oh, can I check the rocket, see if it has any weapons?
Yeah, I guess you like interface with him or like talk to him. And you kind of, as you're looking at the controls and everything, there's really only a button that has like a little like clip art of an explosion on it. And then the very rudimentary controls. There's no like guns or like triggers or anything. Roll an insight.
Okay.
There we go.
18.
You get the sense that this is like a kamikaze pilot cockpit. Like the best way to like control
Oh.
anything is like with a person inside of it. That's why it's not designed to like escape. Like this is like you put a little creature in here and it pilots it towards whoever you're going after. This is like a cruise missile, like a missile.
Oh. Okay, speaking through the sending zone, I'm gonna say, okay, like I think if he drops us off and he could drop us off somewhere out of out of sight and everything, and I think maybe we could drop invisibility on our friend here and he can cause a ruckus and divert the cops' attention.
I'll tell you guys, this thing is loud. It's like loud as like a
Yeah,
missile, like a rocket would be. So it is making a very loud like noise.
That's fair. I think at
on
least
top of it, if I drop invisibility, it's gonna be on all of us because we're technically part of it, or he's carrying us, and he is the one invisible.
I think Sazi like just drops us in an alleyway, dark alleyway. We should be able to get out quickly, and then
Let's
then
just
he
land
can
and rush him. There's
I
no
think it's
time
some
to dally.
diversion. Okay, fine. I thought diversion could be useful, but
We can use the diversion with Aster controlling it if need be.
It's not particularly quiet, so I imagine it's going to make a diversion regardless.
Precisely.
That's fair. Okay.
Or we can even have Aster leave it be and come in with us. One or the other.
Okay, you guys would have to relay that to Aster.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was.
I'm playing Victoria.
Victoria.
Victoria. Sorry. My bad.
I at least said my first part. I was sending that over the sending stone so that she would hear.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, using the sending stone, super easy. Aster, sorry, shit, Victoria. I guess what are you doing? What is the rocket going to do then after? Are you just going to do what they had said?
So I'll find somewhere to drop them off, and I'll get out too, and I'll tell the rocket ship to blow itself up at them.
At the garage?
No,
No,
I
at
think
the
he's talking
squid-
about the
at the
squid
squid
guards that are
guys.
coming in.
Will it just blow itself up? Can it just do that?
I mean, it is
Okay,
animated.
so like at the ones, like the ones coming like that are backup.
Yeah, the big
Okay.
fleet of them. I'll have it go right towards them and blow up
Where does it drop you off at? With the
with
party?
everyone else. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it finds an alleyway that's like less than like a block, like half a block away from the garage. Sets you down as like its thrusters kick up all the trash in the alleyway as it like flutters around you like one of those like dollar bill like tornado machines. Sets it down as the car becomes visible again. The cockpit opens as Victoria jumps out. You tell it to go kill itself, and it goes roll out and takes off and transforms into a missile again and goes right back to them. And mere moments later, I'm gonna have you roll for this, Felina.
Okay.
Roll me a D100 because, mind you, all of this I just came up with because I didn't know any of this was gonna happen. So I don't know how strong this missile is, and I haven't decided yet. So I'm gonna have you roll a D100, and we're gonna see how strong this thing is.
Godspeed,
28.
optimal speed. Godspeed.
Okay.
It would have been funny if it was like 99.
While 100 would be
It's like a
not
nuke.
quite a nuke, but like pretty strong, like in like mother of all bombs situation. This is like, I mean, it's like a big explosion for sure. Like it's a big missile, but it's not colossal. But it's enough to take out 10 squid guard. I am going to do just a quick roll for them. Okay. Now I'm going to roll.
Godspeed, optimal speed.
Okay. I guess you guys don't see it, but you hear a massive boom as you see the light of the explosion reflected on the windows of the buildings around you. As you can hear the clattering of like small bits of debris, and you can see like a shattered half of one of those helmets, with like a porridge of mind flayer brains, like roll down the street and come to like a spinning stop just outside the alley you're in.
I'm gonna let out a small tear. Goodbye, Optimus Speed.
All right,
your head,
everyone,
you
rush
hear,
in.
I will always be in your heart, Victoria.
I think those are the delusions speaking.
I think she bumped her head a little too hard.
She has the
on head of
Alzheimer's.
on the head of this ceiling.
Dude, the Optimus Prime dying gif that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I love that movie. The movie that comes from. That's so good.
As we run in, Devon mutters to himself, "The fates really have a sense of humor today."
What a great return session.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say once you get down there, I'll look at Devon and be, don't think I won't forgive you for how awful driver I was. You just got lucky.
No, it was all part of my plan. I knew where I was going.
Deception. Roll deception.
Hold on.
That one.
You believe him.
Damn.
That's like
Such
a good,
confidence.
solid. But
Depends.
Nat 20 always succeeds, though, right?
Nat 20 succeeds.
Dang it! All right, fine. You lucky.
Honor the crit.
The win, it doesn't matter. Net 20.
It was like that was all my
You have full
all my
confidence
plan.
that Devon really actually planned that out and somehow knew about this like missile silo. Okay, yeah. So now on the ground, do you keep the car around, Devon, or are you going to dispel it?
He's going to dispel it for now.
Okay, it like rears up like a cartoon and pew, disappears in a like puff of dust down the alley, not to be seen again.
I
Except
use
when you
that
again.
before we exit. Right as we exit, I'm gonna use my chakra manipulation to boost up my dex.
Okay. All right, yeah. Tell me how you guys are proceeding.
All right. How far are we?
Less than half a block away. Like you can turn out the alleyway, look down the street, and you can see the at least like the top bit of this garage, just kind of the opposite side.
I'm gonna see if there's anyone. We'll peek around the corner, see if there's any police around.
Yeah, go ahead and make perception.
24.
As you look around, you're looking for police, and you think, okay, well, they're probably going to be watching the doors, and so you look around the door. And though you don't see anyone there, what catches your eye kind of off to the side on a building nearby, up top near the corner, crouched low, just seeing the top of the helmet, you can see a one of those squid guards watching for anyone approaching the entrance.
Does he seem alone?
You do only notice the one, at least like right there, for what you're looking for.
Okay, I'm going to try to stealthily fly behind him and go in for like sneak
Okay.
attack.
Are you saying anything to the party, or are you just kind of?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell others. I point him out and say I'm gonna sneak up and take him out.
Okay.
I will also, as I'm flying higher and going towards her, I will of course keep on lookout if I see anyone or anything else.
Felina, Tuco's got a burnt whisker.
Loser.
He burnt one of his whiskers off.
I don't know what he burnt it on.
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Okay. 34.
And also, just make a quick, I'm going to say history or nature check.
I'm better with nature. 19.
You do know that all mind flayers are capable of using detect thoughts. And you know that detect thoughts allows them to sense a presence of a creature that has thoughts within 30 feet of them while the spell is up.
Okay.
So that would give you away if you approached within those 30 feet.
Sure.
As he goes to sneak up on this, Devon is going to use activate his Steam Shroud once again.
Okay.
Which was activated earlier, I think. Was it?
I think you did use it because you were like dashing with it. But since you chose to do the car instead, like when we came back in, I can say we can retcon that. So you haven't used it yet because you just used the car instead.
He uses it. And he's going to start... his whole idea is to gain the attention of the Mind Flayer, so that way its thoughts are directed away from Dawn. So he's going to head towards the hatch.
So you're going towards like the door into this place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's just but so you just should look like mist, right?
Yeah, he'll roll stealth.
Okay, yeah, give me stealth.
With a +2 and a doo-dee-dee-doo.
What the hell? Okay. Let me roll the Mind Flayer. Okay. Okay. You get over there, knowing where he's at. You kind of like peek up, trying to see if he's noticing you at all. Doesn't appear to. as you kind of roll across the street like a fog. Like the humidity and like the temperature within like a space city is definitely prone to fog, and there's a lot of fog that kind of sits low on the ground. So you kind of roll in like that, like a gust that kicked up a cloud of it, and roll across to one of the walls and kind of curve around the corner to the door and just kind of sit and disperse. And you hide your body, kind of reconstituting like within the shadow, and you stay pretty hidden. So are you trying to do a distraction? Are you trying to get the squid guard to hear your thoughts instead of Dawn's, or are you trying to do something physically to like catch the attention of this thing?
Is the hatch closed right now?
I mean, it's just the door. You could try to open it if you would like.
Okay, that will be enough of a distraction. I mean, if he's looking at the hatch, then he'll see the hatch open.
Yeah. So you reach some tendrils of steam up that coalesce into your hand and grab the door, turning the knob and pulling it open without any stealth, just making sure it's open and kind of just going in as that once again that cloud of fog seeping into the door. Don, as you are approaching, I'm assuming you're still kind of keeping with that, like outside of that 3 foot.
Yeah.
Just getting hidden in the air, kind of going from rooftop to rooftop, and kind of gliding from place to place. You notice the squid guard kind of perk up and immediately reach its 2 fingers up to the side of its helmet, which now that you've seen them before is like how they transmit information.
I'm gonna go ahead now and rush in. I have 65 normal um, movement speed, so I'm hoping that at least it's pretty fast enough that like even if he can detect me like relatively soon, I can like get up on him really quickly.
Yeah, I think you for sure you get a surprise round. And I say since you're keeping out of that 30 feet, but you're getting close, you're like definitely within like that 60 feet. So within one turn, you can use your movement to be right there on him. And do a
Before he
round
can
of
really have
attacks.
chance to do anything.
Are you trying
So
to do this before he transmits any information, like as he's raising
yes,
his hand? Okay.
yes. Don't do like a dex check to see.
Yes. Yeah. I think I was thinking if I wanted this to be a thing that like for sure happens, or if I wanted to roll for it. But yeah, this just do some sort of dex check. Just a proficient dex check.
Okay. 22.
Beat that, you mind flayer.
22. Yeah. Let me roll. Cool. Yeah, you're able to get there. Just this gray blur through the what is always night sky over to the other rooftop and appearing right behind him as before like the fingers even like touch the helmet. What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. So you said this is a prize round here, right?
Yep.
So, okay,
You're
so
fast enough.
advantage. I'm gonna
Yep,
first aim for his hand that's going for try to communicate. Stop his hand from doing so.
like bat it away.
Like cripple it. Basically, just
Okay. That will be a targeted attack. So you'll just take a -5 to the attack roll.
okay. Sure, with advantage, I'll try that. Why not? So with advantage, net 20.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Are you trying to cripple his hand like by punching it against the helmet, or are you
Yes.
like grabbing it and like twisting it or something like that?
Yeah, I'm like smashing it against his like the helmet.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, you're like doing damage to his head too, not just hand. So just like damage against his direct hit points, and also fully cripple his hand. Yeah. So
That and then also with that the Blood Fury stuff.
damn. Okay.
So
that's
that's
62.
that's 62 damage.
And you're a full monk, right? You don't have any rogue stuff.
I do have some. I do have rogue stuff.
Oh,
I
so
have 2 levels
make
of
sure you
rogue.
apply your sneak attack.
Oh, that's right. Sneak attack. Thank you. It's only 1d6 because I only have 2 levels. Right? It's only 1d6 for 2 levels.
I believe so.
So just an extra 6 on top of that. So
68.
the 50 plus 59 Yeah, 68 almost.
Okay. Yeah, you punch the hand as the bent knuckles hit the side of the helmet. The glass cracks under the pressure, as do the fingers, as like that, just the segment below the knuckle like snaps in half as they're forced against this very fast. As the top two fingers that are like pointed to touch it hit it, but the center mass of the hand is what punches through the helmet. So the top two fingers are like bent back and broken. As your fist continues into the skull, as you feel that like resistance, but like pushing harder against it, letting the momentum continue, you feel it eventually give as your fist lurches forward into its brain. And its like head is knocked to the side and it's flown. Oh my gosh, flown? It's sent flying and
Flying.
rolling across the top of the roof as it skids to a stop against like the raised, like low wall of the roof's edge. He's like got 3 hit points left.
I'll go. All right, well, I go in for another attack.
You go over, stand over him. The hand is just bent, like inverted almost. The glass is like shattered away.
Oh,
where you
almost
can
another
see
crit.
and a indented part of its skull with like glass jammed in.
He's more like probably cowering at this, and I just go
Yeah,
over in and I just step on him.
like on his
Like
face.
super hard, yeah.
Yeah, you step, and there's just a final crunch. The structural integrity of the skull is no more, and it kind of just completely flattens as all the insides squish out, like you're squishing a jelly donut. He's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, 20. Um, is there like somewhere where I can like move the body to? Is there anywhere?
Yeah, there's like always like vents and like random stuff on top of roofs, so you could like pull him behind one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull behind it, at least hide a little bit out of sight.
Cool.
And I'll send it to sending zone. All right, that's him. Anyone else do anything in the meantime?
I mean,
Yeah.
Just watching what's happening.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
before we go back to with the violence, yeah.
I thankfully,
Victoria, Igneous, you guys are just
I
waiting to
thankfully
kinda
with that
figure it
nat
out.
20 healed 50 damage from that.
Yeah, that's
Other than
crazy.
What's
Some
around
kind of
us?
air blood soaks in your knuckles. Just like a bunch of like random buildings. Most of them like very like shipyard stuff. Like ship garages. Like a place to, like register ships and for charters and maps and that sort of thing. So just like just a bunch of random like welcome stuff. But like right in front of you is that like big garage.
Hmm. And is it pretty
guys
busy around? Are there people around or no?
Most people are towards the like more party oriented side of the city because it's still like within that like party hour, like 2 a.m. 3
Okay.
a.m. And so like there are probably some people out and about, but not enough for like you to immediately see a person. Like maybe if you did something, people would notice and like come this way, but at the
Okay.
moment, not many. And you guys do know from having been here before to stash the ship that the garage is kind of like underneath. So like in this big like
Mhm.
basement portion that goes into like the base of the city and faces outward into space. It's like the exit door for like where the ships come out, like is out towards like the opposite direction of the city, like where you guys came towards.
Gotcha. Okay. Again, I don't see no one else right now.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna start heading towards the garage that's now open.
Cool. Dvalin, when you entered in, you saw like it's kind of got the vibes of like a like old shitty rental car from like rental car business from like the 80s, like the seats aren't like very well kept. There's like random pictures of stuff
wait,
on the wall.
is
a
this
desk.
not the Grunkmobile?
The
Like you
Grunkmobile's
said,
in the garage. You
It's
are
in the garage,
in
but yeah.
You are at the building of the garage, like where people go in to like store their like talk, basically pay for the service of
Oh,
parking the ship. You are not at the ship at all. It's with deep down within the garage, like I was
okay.
saying, like
I thought I was going to
in a
the ship,
basement portion.
but
No.
that's fine. Let's hear this out.
Yeah, so you go out into this like just like an old '80s vibe of like an office, and then there's like back door where he like he would keep records, or like his main office would be, but there is no one there that you can immediately see. Um, though, just like with whatever your passive perception is good enough to notice that there is some blood spattered upon the back wall behind the desk.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Is there any
Place
other rooms in this area?
There's that back door I was mentioning.
Okay, he goes to open it.
Yeah, it's even like left open.
Does the blood kind of like smear to that
Yes,
door?
you have to like go around the desk to get to that door, and as you go around the desk, you look over, and behind it is the man that you had talked to stash this thing, just in like a crumpled heap, uh, beneath him, a pool of blood just beneath the desk. He looks bludgeoned pretty bad. I mean, you can see there's like a lot of blood coming from the nose and the eyes and the ears.
Is he breathing at all?
You don't notice any breathing, and as you like look around to get a closer look, you see the back portion of his head has like a big like bite mark, or like bite like chunk bitten out of it, and his skull is empty.
He
Oh.
uh he swears under his breath and he runs out and he's going to make a bolt for the Grunkmobile.
Okay, you go through the back door, which is like open. We're gonna cut real quick back to Victoria and Igneous. You guys see Dawn going in. Dvalin already like went ghost mode in. Are you guys following suit?
After seeing the Dawn murdered that one guy, I would probably follow.
You would what?
I'll follow now.
Okay, Victoria, you as well. Felina?
Yes. Yes. I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay, yeah. So you guys both go up as well. I'll just have you roll stealth checks, just in general, since this is more of a
Oh.
stealthy endeavor. Unless you would not want to go stealthily.
I think I wouldn't, just because. I guess I'll try.
Okay,
I'll try to do this
so-
stealthily.
Probably,
Victoria, if you're also
I probably would lead
My
the way. Are we all kind of there now? Or
yeah.
like,
So
is it them stealthing over there?
I rolled a
Victoria,
5.
Victoria and Igneous like run, like kind of crouch down, but doing like a fast, sneaky walk, and both go to enter the door at the same time, but it's like only wide enough for one person. So like as Igneous goes to pull it open, he like slams it right into Victoria, slamming them into him, and like making a loud like clatter noise, and, like the blinds like slap against the door, and they kind of have to take a step back and then go in one by one.
Shit, guys, come on. Ugh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So you are
good.
now all in there. The door is already open from Devon, having gone the back way, as the rest of you follow suit. Yeah, you can see like just like filing stuff, just keeping like a record and a log of ships and things that have been stored here. There is like a little office in the corner, then another door at the back that has no window on it, and is like a metal door, but is also left open a crack.
Let's see if I can hear anything behind it, or kind of see any shadows.
Yeah. So, like, are you trying to like Are you just listening through it, or are you going to like peek through the crack?
I'm kind of gonna like at first listen, and then I'm gonna kind of peek.
Okay, roll me a perception.
Oops, ignore the advantage, I guess. So I guess it's only 11.
Yeah, just kind of like, if anything, just like a low hum from like kind of the power running in this place.
And I don't see anything.
Nope. Yeah, no, it's just like the lights are off. It's kept pretty dark.
I think if I don't think anyone's on the other side if we open it quietly.
Well, the lights aren't off. There's like a very dim, like yellow light, but it's like one light to light up the whole place.
If we open this quietly, I think we can sneak in without them hearing. So is it how's there like a see that open it? It's just like any like a bay door.
Well, this is just like a regular door into like an office.
Oh, it's a regular door. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize that. Okay, so I'm just gonna open.
It's not into an office, but like it's like an office door.
Sorry.
But like through the crack, I guess the only thing you really would have seen is like a metal grated like floor for like a platform that this like takes that like leads onto, and like some stairs off to the side.
Okay, I'm gonna stealthily open up the door. So do you want stealth or sleight of hand?
We'll just do a plain stealth because this entire thing will be stealth, and we'll use that roll for like the rest of your stealthy endeavors.
33.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you open the door without a creak, and are able to step in onto that grated floor. The rest of you following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll follow.
Okay. 2 more stealth checks from you guys.
From each of us?
Yeah.
Or
Come on. Two also from me.
Okay, I'm going to make a roll.
Ooh.
Spencer, you there?
Yeah.
I think stealth
Yeah.
roll.
Are we all at the
Spencer,
Crocmobile now?
Would you have gone through before the party arrived?
Yeah. I would say he would have.
Okay. Yeah. Stealth check from you.
Do you want just one more from me, or
No, you're good.
Okay.
More for Spencer. I'll give you advantage, Spencer, with your Steam form and like how it's being used.
Okay. Let me pull up my character sheet again. It's being very finicky. There we go. 11.
better? It's better.
It's better. It's not great, but
Okay.
it's better.
Yeah, so you went through the door already. That's kind of part of why it was like left open like a little more. And as you like try to float in and like down the stairs, you don't anticipate like the graded floor, and you begin to like seep through it. And you have to like use your hands like cling onto the stairs and like kind of use them like monkey bars down and get back up. And you have to like keep your feet constituted to like move across.
So, I think he wants 2 from you, so you one more stealth roll from you.
Yes, yeah, one more from you, Felina. Wait, no, she already rolled one.
Oh,
16.
No, but you said you wanted 2 from each of them.
No. One more because they had made one earlier, so just one for this.
Oh, okay. So it is only 16. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
I also thought 2 from each of us.
And 16 from those 2.
I also interpreted that.
So like as you got down to there, Devon, that's like the one the rest of them come in so that you see the door open a little more. As Dawn goes through, and followed by Igneous and Victoria. As this happens, you hear the sound as these like metal balls, like 4 of them for each of you, are flung out of the darkness as they unfold into these metal bands that attempt to entangle you.
All of us?
Yes.
Hmm.
Do you want his saves? So they're trying to these balls are thrown at us.
Okay. I have to roll for this. 1 sec.
So everyone's here now, even though Devon went in first.
Yes, yeah, because you had got down onto the stairs because you didn't go in much earlier than the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
Because they immediately followed afterwards.
So deck saves.
So you got there a little earlier. No, I have to make rolls against you guys.
Oh,
So I'm going to do that. Let's start with Igneous.
Okay. Do you need me to roll?
Yeah, so 1 sec. Cool. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
I am going to cast Shield to make my AC 24.
okay. Does shield require that you have to see the incoming thing?
It doesn't say that I know of. Let me put it out.
I'm pretty sure it's been used a lot of times, just like in general. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know
Which
if
you can
it
take when
mentions-
hit by attack or targeted by a magic missile spell. So
Oh, when you're
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
So that metal barrier pops up as the bands hit it and clatter against them as it wraps back into a ball and falls to the ground. Now we'll go for Dawn. So that is a 25.
That definitely hits.
Okay, so on that hit, the iron bands wrap around you. You are restrained. So you can use an action to make a DC 20 strength check to break the bands. On a success, you break out of them; they're destroyed. But if you fail the check, all the further attempts you make will automatically fail until 24 hours have elapsed.
Oof.
So I'm just gonna just do this immediately. Just give me a DC 20 strength check.
So like this is just like in like the shadows that these came from.
Yes.
Okay. One. Okay.
Real quick, I'll roll for hitting Devon while we're waiting. Nat 20. For a total of 27.
Now I have a question. Can it
Yes.
even grasp me with my ethereal form?
Now that is a good question.
Because it is equivalent to gaseous form in terms of when it comes to grappling or restraining or stuff.
Let's see.
And the question is, would they know that?
They might not. Here, I'll give you the choice. You can right now just like seep out of them as they attempt to close around you, or you can make it seem like they've gotten you, but like slink out of them later.
Sure, we'll let it. He'll play the clever game.
Okay, so you constitute yourself enough to allow them to like latch on to like around your arms and bind you, but all you need to do is just go more steamy and seep out at any point.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, do you have that strength save or check? Is it a check?
You said
You
check.
said strength check, right?
Check. Yeah, strength check.
It's a DC 20.
Yep.
Well.
Do you have to like roll nat 20 for that or something?
I only have a +1. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Well.
10% chance.
This is the Iron Bands of Bolaro magic item.
Let's go!
Woo! Okay, it begins wrapping around you, but you flex and you focus all the ki you can, or all the chakra you can into your arms, and woof, just like He-Man, break out of them as they're shattered into little chunks of metal that clatter to the ground.
You made me angry.
Okay.
You would like it.
Last Victoria, another nat 20 for a total of 27.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What is all these?
All right, make a strength check.
Okay.
These are being made with advantage due to them being hidden.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20!
Dude, what is up right now? What is up
Holy
right now?
crap!
Yes! I only have +1 to my strength, so I was so scared.
Same sister.
Okay.
Holy
It
cow.
binds around you, but like it binds in a way like where you're holding your drum,
Let's
and
go.
you just like pat against it as you like send vibrations into the metal, causing it to shake until you like push against it and it shatters into pieces.
What are today's rolls, Boston?
Um,
Like, what has happened today?
I know
We've
this
gotten
is
so
really
many
crazy.
nat 1s and so many nat 20s. What is happening?
Okay, upon their attempt to bind you on their surprise round, you guys all succeed. And I will say, here, one sec.
Has anyone seen a video
I
of
feel
where that
it in
last
my
gift?
body. I feel
love
it
that.
in my toes. This motherfucking knows what's happening.
What?
And he's got to go. Someone say it now. Something like that.
Igneous, next to you, you can see a like a very low glow of like a rune on the wall. That is the rune for light.
Okay. I'll
Like a light switch.
right. I'll go ahead and touch it or activate it if I can.
Yeah,
Or
have it.
do I need to roll anything?
As more lights kick on, and you can see like the inside of this place. You guys know in Wall-E, like his truck, how he has all these like little containers that like kind of rotate.
Yep.
It's kind of like that on either side, like these big like buckets, or like just like sections where like big open areas where ships can kind of be slotted into, and that can kind of come out for the ship to go in and then go retract into the wall, and like it can be moved and cycled to like move them up or move them down. And it's like that on either side, and then there's just like a big metal wall that goes down, and at the bottom of that is this closed door that can open to allow ships out. And then there is this like raised platform that can go up and down on either side to allow like the owner or like people to go down to their ships and get on them. And as the lights kick on, you can see 9 different mind flares hidden on various ships. One of them has like attached its like squid bike to the ceiling and is like kind of hanging from it, like latched onto it, looking at you guys. Roll initiative.
That's
Woo.
crazy.
That's
Oh, how bad initiative roll. Gosh, dang. Alright. Oh.
Oh, also, I found something out.
Me and the boys are gonna fuck you up. Rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. Fuck.
Hey.
On your character sheet, you can set a default token, and so when you drag the sheet over to the battle map, it will plop your token down. So like I don't have to go and find it. You can like do it yourself. So it's like in oh no, it's like when you go to the edit screen, I believe you can set a default token, and you can edit the token properties, so you can like preset it to like already having like what your like max health is and your current health. So every time you plop it down, it's like already set up.
Wait, you're saying this is for us to do, or?
Yeah, something you can do. I need to send you guys your tokens, so
Yeah, send
maybe
us-
not this
yeah.
session, but
Yeah, and you'd have to tell us how to
guys your
like
tokens.
walk us through that, because telling us is one thing.
But it makes it'll make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
I wish I realized it before.
Is there a map for this?
I know this is all theater of the mind, but
Uh-huh.
I do need to grab some tokens to
Wow. Had a month to make a
track
map,
initiative.
but
Not everything needs a map, you know.
I know. Oh god.
Stretch those creative muscles.
Muscles.
Mucusals.
Must go.
You mucusals.
what the hell?
Ew.
Ew.
You unveil the cloaked figure, and you find that it's a child. A child.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how I could find this clip. I want to be able to find this clip and
Okay, where did I have? Oh, well, of course they'd all be on the arena map. Duh. Yeah, I'm stupid. Just
there we go.
There's the video.
On the horizon of this forest path, you see a group of dark cloaked figures slowly trudging towards you. What do? My half-orc barbarian braces her great hammer, and that's a 1. Critical fail. Steve, what do? Well, I believe in anticipation, my rogue would try and hide behind a tree. Okay, I rolled a 1. That's another critical fail. Tom, what does your human bard do? Active perception check. It's a natural 20. Let's fucking go. I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. These motherfuckers mean to harm us, and they got to go, so come on, get them now. You picked the wrong day to fuck around with my tight crew.
for igneous. After I get initiative set up, I'm just gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
So we can take like a look break or something. 19, nice.
I cast vicious mockery. Nat 20, let's go.
Dang, 10. A lot of 10s and like 11. There's middle of the road initiatives.
Because we used all our nat 20s.
Yeah, we used all of luck earlier.
That's true.
I'm just hoping that they don't all get to go before us.
I'm just gonna find some generic tokens for the mind player guys.
Just find some squids.
How many mind flayers were there?
9.
Okay.
Google slippery tentacles.
I'm good. I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah. No. Please don't.
Good video. Good video.
No.
Oh, and so you guys know, there will be some consequences for those for the missile silo thing. It was very fortunate, but because it came from Nat ones, you know, there's some strings attached.
I was waiting for that.
Gave us that moment though, so
Imagine if that was like
Yeah.
the
Got to meet Optimus Speed.
Optimus Speed.
what if that was the Apollo
It's-
guys
it's
like
worth it.
what if that was the Apollo guy's secret weapon stash? Like the Apollo demigod guy. And we just
Son
like
of
mess
Hermes,
with it.
actually.
Huh?
Son of Hermes, actually. Yeah, I've been trying to have like failures be like failing forward, so it's like not just like ruining the fun, but still like there's like
There's
consequences. So
consequences
that's what
later.
that was. Okay, I'm gonna use bathrooms real quick and then we can continue.
The mission failed successfully. Gotta get the gun. Da-da-da-da-da. Rolling with my tight crew. Dave the Diver. It's showing that Christian is on 3 different things. Well, he played. Oh! Da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Spencer's your semester done?
Yeah.
It's been done for like a week or two.
It was done on like officially done, like grade submitted done the 29th, but the last day was the week before.
Gotcha.
Or the week before -1. So the 23rd, I think, was the last day.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 2 initiatives. So I'm going to put them into 2 groups and have them each on their own separate initiatives, just so they're not all on like one really long initiative.
It's okay.
So, wow, nice, and 6. Okay, and now these guys.
Well, that really don't all get 6. So. That's
Hey,
6.
18, much better.
Hmm.
Okay, and then sort them. All right, Dvalin, you are the first to go.
Alrighty. Do I want to play the long con, or do I want to let them surround me first? Am I allowed to delay my action for them to surround me and then do something
Yeah,
as
if
a
you want to
result?
delay your action.
Can I look and see if I notice that he's not captured, or I just know that he wouldn't be?
You could probably roll an insight or something.
Yeah, I feel like insight would be fitting.
Yeah, 26. I'd probably
And
be able to tell.
Dvalin, are you going to do anything that like are you saying you surrender, or are you just kind of waiting? I'd say yeah, Thomas, on that insight, you can tell that you easily move out of these binds. You've seen him use this power before. You kind of know how it works.
Okay.
He's faking it.
He's feigning
Okay.
struggle, is what he's doing. So like he's like trying to like get out of the binds, but like isn't really actually trying with all of his strength, I guess. Just trying to make it look like he's still struggling to get out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So are you just delaying until they've all gone? Like, which initiative do you want to delay to?
We'll wait till the end of the first initiative.
Okay, so end of the round.
Well, not the end of the round, end of the 18 initiatives.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll squish you down here. Cool. Well, with
Bless
that,
you.
Let me check something real quick.
Do you want me to
Okay.
roll like some form of performance or something, or deception?
I guess that's true. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I'd say performance or deception, either or is fine.
Eh.
Okay, we'll just do a big. We'll do an insight check with advantage for all of them.
Oof.
Just advantage, so I'm not rolling for each one. Like advantage because there's so many of them. Okay. So I think the first thing they are going to do. They have some extra sets of these bands, and not all of them have thrown theirs. So they are going to throw them at you guys. There's enough of them. So yeah. So we're just gonna do the same thing we did earlier. I'll start with. We'll go with Dawn. That's crazy. I can't. I'm gonna retire this dice. It rolled another nat 20. We'll use another one. Okay. That is 22.
Yeah, that still hits.
Okay. Bands wrap around you. You are restrained. On your turn, you can make
Gosh,
use an action to try and break out of it.
Gosh dang it. Come on, man. Don says out loud.
You can also
Hello.
restrained doesn't. It just gives you disadvantage on attacks, so you can still make attacks. You just can't move. But keep that in mind. So you can still make your attacks just with disadvantage instead of trying to break out if you want to use an attack on your turn. Then we're going to go to Igneous. Okay, only a 15.
That's not gonna hit.
So they throw it. They open up, and you take your staff and like have them like slap like silly band or like slap bracelet onto the staff and like fling them to the side, and they clatter onto the ground. We'll go for Victoria next. Felina isn't on right now, but that's definitely a miss. That's just a 10. So she like flips over them and they smash into the wall. That only took 3 of them, so there's 2 others. So they'll attempt.
Actually, Boston,
Yes.
this probably isn't a thing, and it's you could say it's too late already. Could we count this as like some projectile thing?
Yeah.
Can I try to see if I can?
Like
I don't
missiles on
know.
it.
Well, yeah, like you'd like deflect missiles. I know it's not quite like a missile, but
Okay. We'll do this simply. Would you
and does it-
roll?
because it says how deflect missiles, right? When you you can use your action to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, damage you take from the attack is reduced by some amount of damage. It's like you reduce damage. If you reduce it so amount, you can catch a missile if it's small enough for you to hold in one hand, and you have at least one hand free. And if you catch it this way, you can spend a key point to make a ranged attack with it.
So the way these work is like they fold out into bands, but I'm just gonna roll a luck check to see if they folded out like too much for you to grab them all at the same time, or if like they're still close enough where you can kind of treat it as one missile and use that. Okay. Yeah, at the point of like in the air where it's at before it gets to you, it's still clustered enough where you could kind of grab it and redirect it.
Do you want like a check?
Just for simplicity's sake, for the deflect missiles, it's just a D10 plus one of your modifiers, right?
Yeah, for the damage, it's D10 plus Dex modifier plus monk level.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll just roll against each other because this thing doesn't do damage. But I'll roll a D10. I'll add some modifiers from the squid guard. And then you roll that, and if you get higher than what I get, you can deflect it and throw it back.
Okay, so Add my Dex and Fighter modifier.
Yeah, go for that.
Okay.
And I'll just have them roll with Dex and proficiency.
Ooh. But thankfully, I'm at 14 levels, plus I have a +5 right now, so it's a dirty 20.
I got a 16.
Oof.
Ah.
Okay,
Well,
even
it
with
works.
on 1.
1.
So you kind of grab them and like squish them back into ball shape and like spin around and almost like with like a Kamehameha wave stance, poof, throw them back.
Yeah, I can throw it back at the same guy who threw it.
Which one do you want to?
Oh, okay. Where are they positioned at?
It's this group.
Okay, you said there was
So
one
it's
on the
the
ceiling.
guys over here, and they're just kind of scattered. Yeah, there's one hanging off the ceiling.
Can I try to see if I
save
can
this
like
guy.
catch and redirect it and like shoot it up?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna make you roll a ranged attack yourself.
Okay. A range attack. I think it'll just be regular. I'm just gonna roll it as like an unarmed strike, like +10.
Whoa.
Ooh. 20.
Oh my gosh.
Nails
my
this
gosh,
guy
okay.
in the head.
Yeah, you throw them back. They open up, and it's a nat 20. I'll let you decide. Are you trying like are these gonna lash this guy against his bike and get his bike too, or is it gonna grab him and throw him off his bike, or do you want to knock him and his bike off the ceiling and bind him?
How high up is it? It's not too far, right?
So yeah, from the platform that you guys are standing on, it's already like the top of this because it goes down from there. So the ceiling's only like 10 feet above you.
Yeah.
He's only like 10 feet up. It's not too far.
Okay. I'll just latch him and like onto like the bike.
Okay, so bind him to the bike, pretty much.
Bind him to the bike.
Okay, yeah, it wraps around him and the bike, and he's stuck. And he's like he was kind of like he had his legs around the bike like he normally would, but he's using his upper body strength to like sit up and face you, and was just kind of reaching back with one of his arms. So now he's like squished against the bike, and like his back is bending super weird,
Ugh.
and it looks very uncomfortable.
Today in yoga class.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
glad I
good
thought about
restraint.
that. I was like, he may not allow it, but I think it would be cool if I could.
Yeah, I also think it's cool, but you got to leave it up to the dice, and the dice said yes. So
Nice.
Do you want to have him roll a strength check to see if he's going to be a part of combat anymore?
he has to do that on his turn.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
did it because we were out of combat, the way I did it, but since we're in combat, it'll happen on the turn. So Don is not restrained. Perfect. So like I said, there's 2 left that haven't gone, that still have bans. So they're going to throw theirs as well. So a total of
I'll have to use a key point. I make sure I remember that.
like 10 bans have been thrown so far. So we're going to use 2 more. Don, you look dangerous. We'll just try you one more time.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's a 14.
That misses.
So you just
Thankfully.
like a flurry of punches, knock them to the side, sending them scattering into the like pit of the garage below.
Unfortunately, I can't do this again if they try, because that was my reaction.
Another one against Igneous. That is a 21.
Can I use my reaction again? Since was out of okay, I'll just use shield again. And you said 21, right?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, so 24.
Throw up your barrier again. They smash off of it. So that was them. So that brings us back to Dvalin. Actually, no, they are going to use their movement. So the ones that have used up all of their bans, because Dvalin delayed his turn, they are going.
Do we not get turns ourselves?
No, Dvalin didn't call his turn until after this verse.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So there's the one that's restrained. These guys are going to all. They were stashed with their bikes, so they're going to hop on their bikes and hover over to you guys. So they're all within like 10 feet of you and have you surrounded.
Ooh.
Okay. Now Devon.
Hold on, I'm gonna check something really quick. This is in relation to my scent abilities, so
So 10 feet of us. Okay.
let's see. That would be a lot of damage. So they're just in a circle around us 10 feet in
Yes.
radius.
It's the 5 of them. Yep.
Just the 5 of them?
Just kind of fanned out because they've gone. The rest.
So the others who haven't gone yet, the other 4, do they still have bands?
They very well might.
Okay.
Quick question, Boston.
Yes.
Does my steam explosion, does that affect allies as well?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it would.
But I would be a big explosion. I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
You can't get hit by those bands again. You get rid of them.
I'm thinking. Can I make some form of a performance check to kind of almost feign in the sense of like I broke out of them and not that I eased out of them? Does that make sense?
You don't want to like give away your hand.
What do you mean?
You don't want to give away that you can go out of the band.
Yeah, something like that.
That's tough. Well, that's not tough. You just have to make the strength check that you normally would have to make.
Does the
Just make
strength
a
check take my action for the turn?
It would take your action, yes.
Okay.
Because the only way because when you break out of them, they break. So you just have to break them to make it look like you broke out of them without like giving away that you could have slipped out of them. If you use your steam powers at all, they're just going to fall off of you pretty much.
So that much D8 would deal. I'm doing some math really quick. Bear with me. Really? 12d8 only deals that much?
Few moments later.
Hey! Okay, apparently it only does that much average, which isn't terrible for the there's 5 around them right now, currently. Around us. Alright, well, stop. I have this situation where I could like play it out, but then it's just like I'm trying to think about how I can make use of it, but I can't. I just can't think of a way to make use of it.
Then
So
maybe just don't. Just
he's just gonna.
I think I might. No, never mind. Go on.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna start a 30-second timer.
Okay. What I'm gonna have him do is I'm gonna have him get out of his restraints. So he's gonna go back into it. He's gonna drop the act. So all the restraints will drop to the ground.
Yep.
And he will then go ahead and start making some attacks towards the ones that are closest to him. So he'll materialize the sword in his hand and start hacking. So the one closest to him that's currently a threat Can I get maybe some form of a surprise on him? Or did you already see it through my
well-
ploy?
The roll from earlier, they did see through your guys, so they are not surprised that you broke out.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Especially with
will
advantage.
go ahead and make 2 attacks towards them. Natural 20, to which I... but would that
Holy
be overkill?
Oh my gosh.
How much HP do these guys have? Have we like figured out like roughly the range of
They
HP
have like, I think like 50 to 60 or something like that.
Well, reminder.
Oh no, that was alive. He was alive when I did like 68 damage.
68, and he was like
Barely.
holding
So
on.
so they have about 70 health.
All right, we're
these
gonna throw
things.
some smites on this thing. So
Yeah, for sure.
we'll throw on.
I will just say this is like the middle guy. Just because like you were more forward than the rest of the group, so they probably surrounded around you, and he was the closest.
We'll throw on both an Eldritch Smite and a Divine Smite, both at level 1, which both are 2d8. So 48 total. Plus the fact that I'm in my Steam form, which allows me to deal an additional. Was it 1d8 or 2d8? Additional 1d8 damage to the chosen type. So the chosen types I'm going to have here are going to be, because I want it to be stealthier, I want it to kind of have more of a darker steam. So we're going necrotic, and we'll have cold, necrotic cold. So it's going to deal a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Shut up! Do you want me to do this or not?
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, let's get to the damage. Let's get to the
Okay,
damage.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 78, I believe, is what it is. And then we're going to double it, so it's going to be /roll 78 plus 7. And then double it, which is going to be now 66 damage.
That's just one attack.
That's just the first attack.
Okay. So your sword appears in your hand as you kind of raise it, kind of like an Obi-Wan stance, as this like
almost
bright white
one.
light makes like seeps across the blade, making the entire blade this glowing white, and then this like black shadowy tendril kind of corrupts it and like runs from the base up, creating this gradient as that like crackling yellow energy from Perseus surrounds the entire edge of the blade, as it crackles with this energy, and their steam, which was kind of this like white regular steam, twists into this black cold necrotic steam that swirls around the blade as you lunge forward and shove it deep into his chest. As the light explodes forth, you see the light almost like carry through his veins and through his nervous system, which lights up for a second. As it rushes up to the brain, you see a bright flash, and a bit of like lightning goes out, cracking a hole in the helmet. As the rush of cold steam hits the chest and creates a frost pattern. As you pull the sword from it, that disgusting like purple mind flare blood pours from the wound. And
Yes.
like posture like loosens, and he like droops down. His knuckles not his knuckles, his knees kind of buckle a little bit. He's just barely standing.
Oh my gosh, this man.
It must be random for like the people in recordings to all of a sudden like supposed to be like stop. It's some people are like what he did. No one said anything because they don't catch the like the soundboard sounds, do they?
They do.
Oh, they do.
It's just
Okay.
recording a Discord. Yeah.
It depends on who. If the person that's recording it can hear it, it can be in the recording.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You're welcome. Anyways,
Yeah.
I
So
just think it's funnier the other way.
the second strike will go to hit him.
okay. Yeah. Let's see damage for that.
So like as he goes to, I think any amount of damage would probably kill him, but we'll just roll it
Probably.
anyways. As he goes to as he kind of slumps down, he kind of lifts the sword up into like kind of like a dagger grip almost, and just shoves it right into the head.
Just like downward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shove it down through the head. It comes out from the bottom of like the jaw, and kind of splits the neck in half as well a little bit. And you pull it out, geyser of blood, and he falls. He falls off of his bike, and the bike kind of sputters and goes out of control and goes into like a corkscrew and hits the wall and explodes. This is Pokemon or some sort of RPG.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
Pokemon,
okay.
I think.
I haven't been listening. My bad.
It is.
Mine
Hell yeah,
is
dude.
pretty low.
Devon turns to the
Okay.
rest of the mind flares. Anyone else want some? Can I just roll like an intimidation?
Sure. You hear one of the mind flayers next to you go, damn!
Okay, it's not bad.
Not that intimidated.
One of them just looks at you and goes, humph. No words, just kind of shrugging you off. Hermf. He says hermf.
Fur.
All right, and that's
Y'all
gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay, cool. Igneous.
Wait, I still
Okay.
I still have my bonus action. I could just bonus action steam dash.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll
You can
bonus
knock
action.
people over with dash, right? Or,
Yeah.
like, move them.
Let
If
me
you hit one
pull.
of these guys on the bike, you could very well knock him off his bike.
I'm pulling it up again. I'm sorry, Josue. I'm taking too long.
I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
Do it.
Move up to
I'll
90
do it
feet in a
again.
line. Any creature in your way must make a DC 17 Dex save. On a failed save, Steam Dash deals 1d8 of each damage type chosen above and is knocked 15 feet in the direction you are moving. So yes. Is there a way I can hit 2 at a time from where I'm standing, or is it just going to be 1?
I mean, you could move in a way that could hit like 2 at a time, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
So he'll kind of just
They
dash
make
like that.
saves.
Yeah, they make Dex saves.
Yeah, because right next to you is that like part of the wall that like part of the storage that's sticking out, like I said, that like Wally style thing. So it's like basically this wall right next to the platform you're at, and so you run, jump, like kick off of that wall, and then go into your steam dash, adjusting the angle so you hit 2 of them. So Dex saves from them. What did you say? Strength? Sorry, I keep forgetting.
Dex saves.
Dex saves. Okay. Okay, that's a 18
Success.
and another 18.
Success. They both succeed. They take no damage. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
So you whoosh past them. Do you float in the air when you're done with it? Do you float?
When I'm in this form, I can float in the air. Yes.
Okay, so you're just kind of
Because
floating
I'm steam,
behind
so-
them now, or like kind of in the mix of them,
Yeah.
or maybe like honestly in the spot where the guy that you just killed was.
Just like over his body. Yeah.
Yeah, which is like deep within the darkness at the very bottom of this, because this place is deep because it has to hold like full ships, which are very big.
Okay.
It holds quite a few of them, so it's a very deep pit. So you can't even see his body. Now Igneous.
You said they are surrounding us, right? Are they all come together?
They're just kind of like fanned out, like in an arch, kind of blocking you guys off against the back door, or like the back, against the wall where you're at.
I was wondering how many you could hit.
There's
with
only
a
4 of them
fireball.
right there. The rest
How? Okay. I'm just gonna, before I do anything, like, where are you attacking us? We haven't done anything.
You have violated the law and stolen property from Orion himself. If you surrender
Hmm.
now, we will not kill you.
Before he ends,
Oh, here
before
they-
he ends.
Vocalize, it's telepathic.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna cast a level 5 fireball, and I'm gonna overchannel it to do max damage.
You hold your hand up. kind of going like you're going to flick your middle finger, hollow purple style, as this white hot pearl of energy appears, and you flick it out at them as it kind of goes slowly and like flickers, and then a massive eruption of white hot fire. And I'm assuming you're
10d6,
sculpting around anyone it might hit.
right?
Yes, 10d6, so 60 damage to each of them that it
Plus,
hits.
plus your 5.
Yeah, plus 5.
Yeah, that's crazy. So 65 damage. Let's make dex saves for these guys. Let me delete this guy because he's dead. Okay.
How many does this hit?
If I can hit every single one, I would.
I think this could hit them all for sure.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, that guy failed. He's not dead. The X just means failed.
Okay.
17.
That fails.
Okay, another
I
failure.
think you're like
Need to be at-
DC is like 19.
I think it's 20.
20. They need to beat a 20.
A 16. So another failure. Hi, Tuco. Hi, buddy. And a 9. Another failure.
These are just all failures.
I like these.
And are these failures
So
like
they
killing
take
each? Oh my gosh, they are
5
killing.
No, I don't think they're not quite killing.
Not quite
I think
dead.
No, he.
but they're pretty damn close.
Yeah, 65. They have like again like 70 or something.
I'm gonna make them all do additional deck saves to stay on their bikes. Okay, stays on.
They fall
Fall
and
off.
then take fall damage
off.
and just
And
enough
die.
to kill them.
Stays on. Falls off. So 2 of them are blown off of their bikes. Their bikes are pushed down and spiral into the darkness, and then you see the darkness light up as they both explode. And the people on them flail backwards and drop into the darkness, and then you hear a boom. I'm not going to bother rolling it. It's enough dice that even if I rolled one on all of them, so 2 of these guys dead.
Noise.
Okay. Anything else, Igneous?
Uh,
So is it that 4 succeeded, or are these separate? These ones separate from the others.
These ones are the ones on the left that nothing's been known with them yet. Are the ones that have lower initiative, so they haven't even gone yet.
Okay.
but did I hit them too or no?
No, so they're still back. Like where they're hiding
Oh,
amongst the ships and everything. So they haven't gotten
Okay.
close. These guys are the one. Those 5 are the ones that like went first, and so they surrounded you.
okay.
Is there any way?
That's gonna be it for me.
Is there any way we can update the initiative order to? Oh, it looks like you did that. Never mind.
Yep.
What is?
Fina.
I'm probably. I imagine we both got 10. I thought she got like 11.
I got a
You both
10.
got 10.
Okay. I think
In that case, I guess Don might go first.
I would probably go first. I have a +5 right now.
Flynn, what's your dex bonus?
Oh, +3.
Okay, so yeah,
so
never mind.
I would
Don
go first. Okay, so we got these guys right here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go and just attack one of the ones who are still up, burnt to a crisp,
Okay.
and going to attack them. I imagine they're still on their bikes, right?
Yeah. So you run up, kick off the railing of the platform you're on, soar through the air, land on the front of one of their squid bikes.
Yeah. And go for attack. Ooh, 15 probably not.
Does not hit, so you go to kick, but he throws his forearm up and blocks it.
And I'm gonna go in with my other arm and hook him on the other side. Oh gosh, dang it! As a miss there.
Okay, you like flip your talon and grab onto the arm that blocked you and use it to like pull you forward into a punch. And he like bends backwards, Matrix style, and you just go towards the back and have to like grab onto the tentacles of the squid bike and stand on top of them.
Okay. I don't think I need
Yeah.
to hit in order to use flurry of blows, but I think
Flurry
I'll
of
just
blows.
use.
You can use flurry of blows without hitting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use flurry of blows to try to hopefully hit them. Come on. Bonuses aren't the craziest with my attacks. It's okay, but there we go. That should hopefully hit him.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
All right. Let me go ahead and do that damage. That's 7.
Sweet. How do you want to kill him?
All right. So I guess I punch him once. He blocks. I punch him again, and this time, as I'm sure, like he has this like he's blocked him with both his hands. My hands. I just kick him upside the head.
Okay, yeah. Right into the jaw. His head snaps back and his neck cracks, and he's sent flying off the front of his squid bike.
And kind of as part of like the flurry of blows thing, I'm going to then like while still holding on to him,
Oh, you're holding on to him?
like while holding on to him, use his lifeless body, and like I imagine the other guy's kind of close by, and whatnot. I'm gonna like use him and like beat his other guy as sort of like a unarmed strike against him.
Okay. I'll say you could 'cause you had to move
Just-
over to the other guy who's like all the way on the other side. You could use like your talons to like if you grabbed onto his ankle as he was flying away and kind of keep him dangling next to you, you can use your talons to like control the squid bike and steer it towards the other guy as you use the momentum to just kind of like bitch slap him with this guy's body. So go ahead and
Yeah.
make an attack.
Because
roll.
I imagine like flurry of blows happens really quick all at once, and I'm like, I want to see like flavor wise how I could do that, and like not just be like finish punching him, then I run to the other guy and punch him. I want to be like this all kind of fluid.
On this squid bike, just vroom, come right
19.
over, just barely miss him with the squid bike, and bring the corpse right into his face. Just roll me your regular unarmed strike damage.
That's 9.
Okay. Their heads collide, and much like if you threw a baseball at a baseball, because it's like the same material, they kind of break against each other. That's what happens with both of these guys' heads. As they both hit super hard, the glass shatters, and their heads just kind of mash into each other. As they almost like connect and continuing the momentum, you pull that guy's body off of his bike as well, and send them like a human nunchuck, just rotating
Nice.
head over heels down into the pit.
Okay, nice. And that's it for that. But with my rest of my movement, I'm gonna get to like somewhere where like the other guys they can't see me easily, and try to like throw the restraints on me. So like, is there like a thing I
Your
can
best
hide
bet
behind?
is to just go further down where the light doesn't reach and like hide in one of the compartments.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That way
Okay,
they
yes.
can't.
Are you staying on the squid bike? Are you still like surfing on it?
No, I'm gonna get rid of the bike. Don't need it.
Okay, you jump off of it and just drop down into the darkness. I just make an acrobat for me. Just kind of like catch and throw yourself into one of these.
14. I mean,
You go to grab one, but you kind of hit it too hard, and your hand slips. But you slowed your momentum to drop down to another one. So it's not stealthy. They know kind of exactly where you've gone, but you are out
Yeah.
of like view and off to the side as you step
Yeah.
onto just a random pirate ship.
Okay, that's it.
Cool. Victoria.
Felina. Oh, there we go.
Yes. So, hitting a JoJo pose, I'll go red wine supernova and summon my stand.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll summon it like in front of the guys, kind of.
Okay. So actually, two of them are dead. Both these are dead. So there's just the ones that are like hidden. Like they're close, like you can see them, but they're just like on some of the upper compartments. So you can hit any of them. There's the one that is restrained, hanging from the ceiling, and then there's 3 other ones.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. One of them is restrained. Can you put like a little thing just to make so we know he's restrained?
Yeah, it's the one that's
It is.
pushed up high.
Oh, it
Doesn't
is. Oh, I see it. I see it. I couldn't see it at first.
Okay, I am going to attack 3 times.
Are you attacking the guy in the ceiling or just the one of the 3 that's like?
One of the 3.
Okay. And what attack are you using?
Unarmed strike.
Oh, so your stand is just like lunging forward and doing some punches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you move to the edge of the platform and then extend it to its max range, which I think is like 15 feet, to one of the guys closer.
I'll just roll all 3 at once to hit.
Okay.
So and it's a +9, so 18.
To go. Stop that.
Okay. The first one is 18 to hit, second one's 24 to hit, and the last one's 13 to hit.
2 of those hit. The last one does not.
And then, okay, so the first one. Wait. Okay. 11 damage for the first one.
Okay.
And then 10 damage for the next one.
Okay. So 21 damage.
Yes. And then that's it.
Okay. Yeah, your stand goes forward and just a flurry of punches. Decks him in the face twice, cracking the glass of the helmet. Then the last punch, using like its left arm, the Mind Flayer just whips its head to the side and it hits the wall behind it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything with your bonus action?
I'll unsummon it.
You on it?
Or I guess, can I move it? Let's see.
It can only move, so it can move freely within the 15 meters or 15 range. No, sorry, that's how JoJo's talks about it. 15 feet with around you.
Hmm.
So basically, you can use it against anything within 15 feet. So it doesn't really have a movement.
Okay, I'll just put it right in front of me.
Okay, so it kind of goes back to in front of you, so it can like protect you if it needs to. Cool.
Yeah, and then that's it.
All right, Chuko, please stop. Please stop. Okay. One of them is going to go down where Dawn went. So is going to get on their squid bike and pull out from one of the compartments, and goes right down to where you're at, Dawn. And is going to use some attacks on you. So as they approach, they put their fingers up to the side of their helmet. As you can see, like this pink psychic energy coalesce towards like the center, and then shoot off at you. And it's going to do this twice.
Okay.
That's a 19 and a nat 20.
Oof.
For a
Yeah,
30.
those both hit, and these aren't material things, so I can't try to deflect.
Does it have to be like a physical projectile?
I think so. Maybe.
According to the 2014 rules, yes, I believe.
2024
Yeah.
rules allow you to do any.
2024 can be energy too.
I think with your chakra control, you could interact with this energy and throw it back.
Okay.
So you could use deflect.
Yeah, I'll probably. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna deflect that last one to kind of reduce some of that damage.
Okay.
Because I'd rather be. Yeah, I think I'd rather reduce that crit damage.
Yeah. Yeah. So one comes flying at you, hits you in the shoulder, and like immediately the pain shoots straight through your nervous system, and you feel this like searing pain rush up the side of your neck into your head. You're going to take
This is for the first one.
Yeah, this is for the first one. So 19 points of damage.
Oof. Okay. 15.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's different when he's on his squid bike. So it's not going to be just 19. It's actually...
Ooh.
Yeah, you can
I don't
see
like that.
as he like touches his fingers to the side of his head, the squid bike lit up as these like lines of pink energy went from it up like the sides of the suit, down the arms to the fingers into the helmet, like drawing energy from it. And you take 28 points of damage as an empowered psionic
Gosh.
spear hits you. And then the
28.
second one. Okay. Okay.
Gosh,
The
dang,
crit
another
is
roll
24
low. What was that?
24 damage from the crit one. I rolled really low on the dice.
Is that that's already crit?
Yeah, that's already doubled for crit.
Oh,
Oh wait, no,
oof.
I forgot the plus. So actually,
plus.
that was sorry.
Okay, whatever it is, I reduced it by 21.
Okay, no, so it's 36. So
So 15. I'm gonna
15.
take in. Okay.
Yeah, so you like grab it out of the air, and it just kind of drives into your hand and then shoots up your arm into your head. But like because it hit further away and you stopped its momentum, it does less damage to you.
Gotcha. Oof, I'm glad that was that much damage.
All right.
Okay.
That would be that one's attack. So I'll take this one and put it lower, show it's gone lower in the
Okay.
garage.
Even-
Felina, the one that you hit is going to get on its squid bike, go up to you and shoot you twice. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Is there anything your stand can do to help protect that or like block that? I know
Oh.
yours has reaction stuff.
Deflect projectile.
Okay. How's that work?
Acrobatics check. Okay.
Okay, and you just got to beat the 21 that I rolled.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
And it's using the stat of the stand.
Yeah, it doesn't have acrobatics on the
Plus 10.
where.
It's on the sheet for the stand.
I know, but I don't see it. Oh, I see it now. Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
21.
Dang, matched it. Wow.
Is that a clash? Then kind
For
of
this,
thing
I'll
going
let
on?
that work. I'll let it work for this, since it's not quite like an attack roll clash. And it's already sort of a clash. So yeah, that will succeed. So it does it throw it back?
Let me see. It reflects it back at the user.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let me roll. These things I think do have. Oh no, he doesn't.
Resistance. Was this like psychic damage? This did.
Mind flayers don't have resistance to psychic damage. I don't think.
Be weird. Huh?
I think because I would have put it on there if they did.
Let me just look up the mind player.
Yeah, they don't.
That's weird.
I mean, they have advantages with saves, I believe, or something.
Yeah, they match the resistance, which we already knew that from.
Okay. 20. Yeah. So the stand just unleashes a barrage of punches as the psionic blast hits those and gets punched back. Kind of like with a curveball right into the side of this squid guard's face, as its entire helmet lights up and you see its skull for a second, and it kind of some steam pours off of it and the head like lulls for a second before like snapping back. That was just one attack. It will do a second attack against you. That's a 24 to hit.
On
You already
me?
used- yes,
No.
because he gets 2 attacks.
No.
So that's going to be 19 points of damage.
Were you pretty
As it-
healed
Psionic energy
earlier?
right to your body and lights your nervous system up. Was she healed? Or were they healed?
I was wondering like how like hurt she was before, or was
I have 48 health.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. And then one more. It's going to go after you, Igneous.
Okay.
So raising up out of its hiding spot, it's going to shoot 2 attacks. So maybe there's something different. No, it's going to do that instead, actually. So it puts its fingers up to its side of its head. The psionic energy lights up, and then a little bolt of psionic energy leaps over to you. And it's going to cast Dominate Monster on you. Dominate
Ooh.
person.
Months.
Can I counterspell
Dominate
that?
Monster, yeah. You could, yeah, if you want to use a spell slot. You
How
can
far away is he from me?
counterspell that. Level spell, so you will have to beat an 18.
How far away is he from me?
He would have gotten within about, so he would have gone up to your level, but kept some
Okay.
sort of distance. So he's about like 20 feet from you.
That's good. I'm not gonna counterspell it. I'm just gonna see what happens.
Okay, make me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. And I have advantage because of my robe.
You have good wisdom save too.
Oh, 24.
Dang, wow. Yeah, no, that saves. The little psychic energy jumps over to you, but this golden peanut butter aura lights up, and
Stupid, my player thinks you're a monster. I mean, we are monsters in a certain way. If you think about it.
Are we the baddies?
and the guy that's trapped is going to use make a strength check to see if he can break out. A 19.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Just barely unable to break out. Okay, so he's stuck for certain. That's all of them. So we'll go back to. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Devon, why are you back there? You would be.
Because I delayed my
He-
turn.
They're all dead. They're all
delayed
dead.
his
That's
turn. Yeah, they're all dead.
Oh yeah. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. With my Steam Dash, is it 90 feet default or is it like up to 90 feet?
Um.
I could just like any movement you could choose to.
It's a dash, so you can not go the full movement if you don't want
Okay.
to.
I'll go in that path that I just drew right here.
Well, so that's not actually how they are. Because one is down with Dawn, removed from the rest of the fight,
Okay.
and just like against Dawn. One is trapped on the ceiling, and so there are 2 that you could probably position to hit both.
Okay, so the middle two.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say.
So that's what I'll do, is I'll dash, have them make dex saves.
Okay. $18.
Oh, another 18. That's 3 18s in a row for this.
Oh no, 9, 18, 8, 1. And another 21.
21 and 21?
Yep.
Okay, they both succeed. Though he is going to make 2 attacks towards the one he is now next to.
The injured or the non-injured?
Which one's injured?
The one that's currently facing off against Victoria.
Okay. He'll reposition himself a little bit and make a attack against the injured one.
Okay.
Boop.
I don't know what
That
this
will not
is.
Okay, next one.
Yeah.
19.
Oh my gosh, they have this ability that I hate when this happens. I forgot they had that.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you swing your sword at him, whatever. I haven't been using it the entire time. I just won't use it. 19 will do it.
These aren't your typical mind players.
These are baby
No, not
mind
at all.
flayers. Brand new.
No, the regular.
Okay.
We're just trained. Yeah. So roll damage on that hit.
Okay. How wounded is he by chance?
He's definitely bloodied.
Okay, so he's looking on the lower end, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I will infuse it with 2 smites once again. It's not a crit, so it's not going to be wild, but it'll probably do the trick. And that will deal just the same damage again. Let me just pull that up again. 78 plus 7. 49. I assume he's
Jeez.
dead. I think I low rolled
you
the other one, is what I did. Yeah, the other one was a low roll.
you bring your sword down, and like from like the left side of his neck, like on his shoulder, right down to like underneath his right arm, you just split him like diagonally in half as it crackles with that shadowy and that holy energy that kind of explodes from the sword, and he falls, as does his squid bike, down to the ground.
I feel like even this one is like a high roll because you got 2 7s and 2 8s. That's pretty.
Yeah, this is the high end. Okay, so
Yeah,
now
remember
there's
if
one fighting Dawn,
you
and
click
there's
on
one
that?
that's right next to me. And that is
Yeah, the one that's kind of targeting Igneous.
that's my action and my bonus action. End of turn.
All right, Igneous. You got one right.
Okay. Wait, right in front of me?
Like
Like
not
the one
directly,
that
like
the one that
20
tried to dominate you.
one that's focused on you is what I mean.
Oh, oh,
Don't get that.
sorry.
Don't take that out of context.
What?
They
How
said
would
the
that
one
be?
that the one that tried to dominate you.
Oh.
Oh, okay, Tom.
Mind player.
Whatever. I think I'm just gonna do the same thing as I did. It's gonna try to fireball all of them again. And I'm also going to overchannel and I'm gonna take the damage.
Okay. So again,
So
you hold your. Well, I guess would you be using the spell of your hands? I guess I chose for you before. Are you using your staff? I guess not spell, your staff.
like
doing that hollow purple.
Yeah, it would be the same thing as before. It's like I grab energy from the spell focus or the arcane focus, and then use my hand to point
Yes.
or direct or make the somatic component.
Lights up, the energy channels through your hand as you hold your hand out ready, like flick this pearl of energy that begins to charge with more energy, but like these like crackles in your hand, like your fire genasi body is like heating up even past the point that it can handle, and it begins to crack like almost like the surface of lava as you release this thing, and it once again explodes into this white hot explosion.
Oh, that's not.
So I'll roll dex saves for both of them. Okay, that's a 7 for we'll say the guy that Devon's or the one that was attacking you.
Oh, nice.
I guess so. This will only be able to hit the guy that was attacking you, Igneous, and then the guy on the ceiling. The other guy is too far.
Oh. And I don't care. Let's just do it anyway.
Okay, it's an 18 from the second guy, so also a failure.
Yep.
So how much damage do they take?
Again, 65 each.
65. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
And I take 15 damage.
Actually, I don't think I should have rolled for that guy anyway. But yeah, it erupts. The like walls of the room are blackened, and like the metal walls are like, red hot. And,
Try to
the
dodge
guys,
this while
the
he's
bands are
restrained
holding him
against the.
and burning against him. And then we'll roll a save to see if the guy falls off his bike. He flies right, like the force of the explosion just pushes him off his bike, sends his bike careening, and he plummets to the floor and splats.
Okay.
So just the guy on the ceiling and the guy with Don. Anything else?
This guy's still, and this guy's. Oh yeah, never mind.
I think that's it too.
Okay.
My turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the damage.
Yeah, your hand is like burning and like smoking after that.
We took 15 necrotic damage. Could have been worse.
I don't think I've like barely ever seen you use your over channel.
Yeah, I don't use it a lot because by the time it gets to my turn, everybody's already dead. Or I use high level spells that don't allow me to. I can only do it to a max of level 5 spells. Unless you don't want, unless you're okay with me doing it with other spells too.
We'll probably keep it how it's written.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first time I used it, I forgot, but
I honestly didn't realize that you had that. What's so? Because over channeling, is that because you did the same thing where you did max damage? Can you only do max damage normally only once?
What do you mean?
Because like you did it before where you said you wanted to take max damage.
Your turn's done.
Oh yeah, so I can do it once without taking damage myself. But every time I do it again before I take a long rest, I take. So the next time I take 2d12 necrotic damage that cannot be reduced by in any way. And every time every time that I do it again, I get 1d12 more.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. I guess I'm just gonna go and destroy this guy. That's a 23 to hit him. Just I'll be like, you jerk. You get what you deserve.
Okay.
It's 23 regular budget damage, nice max damage there, plus tattoo. Oh, I forget. Do I need to be saying in advance that I'm going to be using these? I keep on forgetting.
I forget.
You can follow this. When you hit a creature with a whip attack, you can expend a charge. So never mind. Yes, I don't need to. It's kind of like a smite, basically.
Okay. You step to the edge of the ship and just deck him right in the. Actually, you go for like a chop to his neck. You just chop him right in the neck.
Yeah.
He goes, ugh! His like body contorts in pain.
So that's 34 damage. I'm gonna go for another strike.
Yep, and like with the blood for your tattoo, instead of like because you didn't rupture the skin, you just like pull the blood from his body out through his pores, and he like screams in agony.
Yeah. 16,
That
I
will
imagine, misses. Yeah, I imagine so. I will though use Flurry of Blows. 21 hits, I imagine.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. And I will use another tattoo. Here's my regular damage first. Ooh, really good damage again with that.
Dude, this watermelon is the worst.
It's not very ripe.
22.
No.
Actually, I think that equates to the same damage. I think 34.
Yeah.
34. Another 34 damage. So that's 68 damage there.
You chopped him in the neck. and you jump onto his squid bike, grab the back of his head, and just bring it right into your knee, shatter the helmet. A bunch of blood pours out. He's
Yeah.
barely up.
I think I'm back to what it was before he attacked me, back to that 105. I'm going to use my last. I think that's only 3, right? I did attack, hit, miss, flurry blows that.
One more
Last
attack.
flurry of blows, attack 21.
Cool. You don't really need
That's
roll damage.
Yeah, it's 11.
How do you want to kill him?
Yeah, so like, go in, did this, what you described, and then just to kind of finish off, I'm just gonna be like, you mess with the wrong people, guys. And I just like, sure, you can uppercut him
Yeah.
in the jump. Yeah.
And he lifts off the bike, like floats up in the air for a second, limp, blood, and he drops.
Oh,
The squid bike, it causes it to spin out of control, and he plummets as it like just goes down in a spiral and collides with him midair and explodes.
Before going forward with the turns, I need to make a correction. It is 2d12 per level of spell, so I need to take another 8d12
Oh my gosh!
damage.
Yeah, your hand is like burnt to hell after that. It's like left blackened with these like giant, like
Holy cow.
rivers of smoldering.
Yeah. So okay, that is why I haven't used it before. Actually, I only used it once so far, but
That's
it was not
not-
worth it, definitely, because
No,
I
it's
am
definitely
at
not worth it.
45. Yeah, I'm at 45 now.
Dang. Yeah, that entire arm is fucked.
I feel like taking that much damage just to do max damage to something. I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe that's something that should.
How long do you take
The
this
one time-
damage for?
Well, that's why you use it. You don't use it more than once, or if you do, it's because it's gonna be worth it.
Like a last game, that sort of thing. Like there's a villain, and you need to make sure that that attack gets them.
Yeah, that's why I would use it with like a fireball if there's a lot of enemies.
Okay, to also be fair, that is a high.
I just
roll.
didn't. I just
That's
didn't
also-
realize.
That
Yeah.
is also a very high roll.
And the most effective way is with what's his face, magic missile, because it does 70 damage, but it's to one creature only.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah.
All right. Victoria, unless Igneous, you want to use like any movement or anything.
No, I just wanted to make the correction. And done. Yeah,
I'm also gonna
that's
just go
it.
back up to where we are
Alright.
and be like, I'll just see like, only bike guys just left there.
Okay, shoot back up. Cool. All right, Victoria,
Victoria, you want to finish him off?
the guy
Yeah.
dangling from the ceiling.
Okay, I'm gonna use the drain attack on him. So,
Okay.
Wait, actually,
not 20.
Too many
maybe-
crits this session.
Ooh.
My gosh.
A record amount for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
roll damage.
I don't think we've had more critical successes or critical failures in a single session.
critical failures, I think so, but
Really wild.
Well, I mean like total
Successes?
combined.
yeah.
I'm gonna take a con save.
37 damage.
Oh yeah, that doesn't matter.
That doesn't. You could have just like stabbed
Uh,
him.
They're bound by the stuff from the explosion. There's like a chunk where you can like see his face through the helmet, and your stand just takes its pinky and rams it through this thing's eye. And I guess I'll let you describe it. How do you want to kill him?
Yeah, rams it into the eye and just sucks all the blood out of it.
Yeah,
And he turns into a
drains
mummy.
fully, like no moisture. You have like a couple gallons of mind flare blood stored. And he like almost like got deflated so much that he falls out of the binds and drops.
Anyone want some mind flare jerky?
Not to get too crazy.
All right, you guys are standing there. in that storage place. No more enemies, at least for the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we stopped it there. What are we gonna do? Like, they could. I don't know how they know that we're here. So like, even if we run somewhere, do you think that they could still find us?
Why do we need the ship again?
While you guys are having this conversation, Devon is gonna dash over to the ship.
Okay, you dash down to the ship. And the first thing you see is like some splattered blood on the deck. And kind of where it's been smeared from like something like laying in it. But upon immediate like sight, there's no sign of Grunk.
Even when going inside.
Yeah, you
Oh.
you scour the ship. You go to all the levels. I guess roll investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, Flane's leaving just because she has to grab something from a friend's house real fast, but she'll be
Uh,
right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm also kind of heading that way. I'm not like, as we're like kind of running over there. That's when I kind of talked and brought that thing.
Yeah, so if you'd like, the rest of you guys can get down there, either using the lift or those that can fly can fly.
Yeah.
I'm just walking. I'm too tired.
You get on that lift and just use the controls to slowly bzzz down to the level that. With those investigations, we're like, you find one of Grunk's teeth that has been knocked out. That's covered in blood, but you are confident Grunk is not on the ship. And the tooth was found on the deck. There's no evidence of anything on the deck at all.
Whoever he is, he's not here. I don't know if he escaped or they captured him or something.
Oh, also on that investigation check, his sending stone is just sat.
Devon picks it up.
There's nothing we can do right now. We got to get out of here, though.
Does it even matter?
I don't know. Was it worth it? Should we just?
I mean, we needed the ship to go find the heart scale. I wouldn't try to get occupied with anything else, right?
We're gonna be here a couple of days still, trying to do that tournament stuff. Are we gonna?
Oh, we needed a tournament for a ship. Now we have a ship. Should we just not go?
I'm trying to remember what was the reason why we're doing that, because we did have the ship. What was the kind of
The
reason?
reason
that we
why
had?
we wish to stay is to receive the funding necessary to get more supplies to be more prepared for this.
because it's a long, dangerous trek.
Well, then we need to figure out how we're going to stay, since the police, I guess, knows where we are or knows about this. And if I remember, Illithid have a hive mind, so they all know, however many they are.
I don't think the ship is worth it. There's no way we can hide it, keep it hidden.
Yeah. Not only that, but it's like, I don't think saying sorry is going to resolve it. So we need to decide if we either live now or we wait and fight our way through law enforcement.
Too bad you can't fit a ship in a pocket dimension. In a bag of folding.
Wait,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Igneous, by
Alright.
chance would you have any magic that could do that?
I don't think
And the
we
magic
can.
for what?
That could reduce the size down.
Even
I
then,
do not.
Even if you reduce it, it's not gonna last long, and it's not like Even if we reduce the size, it's not going to fit inside the bag. I don't think it's worth it. I think it was a good try, what we tried to do, but there's no way we can just keep this hidden, especially if they somehow like maybe have a tracker or something with it. Who knows? I don't know. We need to just leave it. We need to figure out what happened to Gronk because I don't
And
want
also
him.
forget about. We can also just forget about that. It's not his was not our responsibility. He decided to come with us. Like we didn't force him to.
No, but
It's up to you. I don't care either way, but
let's just
we
get
need to
out of
figure
here
out
now.
something.
Let's just get out of here.
And go where?
I'm sure we could find somewhere to stay. We just have to hope that they're not able to track us, which I don't think they are, because they didn't come for us. They went towards a ship. Either it was the ship or Gronk that they were able
There.
to track.
The Valen?
Chances are, if they have Grunk or traced whatever memories of Grunk that they have available to them, then they know our faces at this point.
Well, that's what the disguises are for. Or like, uniforms are for, but
So I wonder if disguises are enough. There is scrying magic. Perhaps that's how they found him.
Whatever it is, we need to get out now before more come. I'm sure we distracted some and delayed them with the explosion, but we gotta go now.
we should leave, yes.
Everyone
All
else,
right, we're
thoughts
gonna
on
start
this?
heading out. I mean, you're probably right. There's grinding, but let's worry about that later. We gotta get.
What were you saying, Spencer?
Devon, kind of like out of his deep deep thought. He's just asking everyone else what their opinion is on this. But then again, it's just us three here, so
Yeah.
you see, so it's kind of pointless.
That's what I said. So, yeah.
Boston, how much was the ship worth again? Do you remember?
It's like
It
200.
was like,
Or is it
no,
like
it was
90,000 or something?
yeah.
90,000.
I know like reward is like 300.
What was that?
You know, there
Okay.
are like scrap ships. As like like a ship that doesn't work anymore, or a ship you have no use for, and you just want to get money for the parts. That is a thing that exists.
Yeah, exactly. So this has been nothing but trouble, this ship, so we just gotta go.
They're going to keep hunting for it, so I'm afraid you're right on that. Then again, they might keep hunting for us,
Well,
but at least we don't have to deal with trying to keep a ship at bay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh well.
if what Igneous says is true, that they have a hive mind, and if what you assume that they have scrying is true, that they have the means to track you down. Now they know what you look like.
Out of
Well,
curiosity,
thank you.
because I do have Haze Gaze up, Boston,
Mm-hmm.
which does allow me to see into the ethereal plane, which I believe, hold on, let me check this really quick, allows me to see scrying eyes. I'm checking this before I confirm this. Okay. The spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of within 10 feet of the target. So So it says it's invisible. Would a being able to see into the ethereal plane grant me the sight of being able to see it?
I don't think it would, but
Look at Boston.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up real quick.
I mean, technically, we came here and we had our masks. So
Yeah, but
No,
Grunk knows what our
um,
faces look like.
yeah, Gronk does though.
just being able to see. Oh my gosh, invisible creatures. Like the spell see invisibility allows you to do that and see into the ethereal plane. So based off the way that's worded, I'm pretty sure it just means. So just being able to see in the ethereal plane doesn't mean you see invisible stuff.
Okay. Does blind sense help with that at all?
No, it's just a magical sensor. You would it basically just like true sight or see invisibility would.
Okay. Igneous, if they are in fact scrying on us, I presume you'd be able to see them with some form of magic that would allow you to see invisible items, correct?
uh, if it is a regular scrying or a similar scrying to what we're using or we're used to, I assume so. Yes.
Is
Well,
that
let's
something
get
that
out.
you can try at least to make sure that?
Do it.
I do not have any of those spells ready.
Okay. Well, we'll have to check that next
We'll
morning
have to
to see
hope.
if we're
Yeah,
compromised.
yeah. We'll have to hope that we can
Uh,
last till then, and they won't do us, and then we'll do that
yeah,
right away.
we should go and figure out a plan. But yes, so let's go.
Okay, rushing out now.
Okay, so we can. I assume we rush out, and once we get outside, Devon will uh, conjure the car again to just
Hey,
drive
do we
away.
hear anything coming or see anything?
Make a perception check.
26.
As you look around towards that like statue where they came before, looking to see if backup's arriving. You don't see that, but you do see walking out like onto the forearm, like it was a walkway towards the hand where that ship is held. You can see someone in a cape, flanked by more figures in all black, assumed to be the Squid Guard. And they are leading some sort of restrained person. It's a bit too far away to see any specific.
So there's the thing, and then there's two guards.
No, there's just guards like following. There's about 6 of them.
I could probably introduce that's probably might be Grunk that they have.
Be a fair assumption.
Yeah, it's like I think I see Grunk. He's being escorted back by 6 other guards.
Yeah, it seems like they are headed towards the ship.
Should we get him? I think we can. I mean,
And the ship looks like this like ornate, like golden disc, like almost like a classic UFO shape, except without like the golden dome on top. And as it's entered, kind of folding out from the sides are like little wings that kind of extend from this like golden disc as it like lifts up and flies towards the middle of the city.
we would have
Wait,
them
so-
do that before all, because I said like as soon as I would see that, I would try to get everyone's attention and see what they want to do.
I'm not ready for a fight, and then I just point to my hand that's all messed up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and as it reaches the middle of the city, you see the mouth of the statue open, and very loudly, this sort of intercom that is built to be loud enough that anyone in the city could hear it. You hear a voice that says, "Before me, I have a man who dared to take from me. Now, those that have been in this city for a long time know that I am a very chill guy, but when it comes to having my stuff stolen, I hold nothing back. Show you all how serious I am about that, and to dissuade you from thinking you could ever steal from me again. I invite you all to watch as this man is executed before your very eyes. Though he was not alone in this endeavor. If the rest of those that are responsible would like to make an appearance and give themselves in, then I would happily prolong this man's life. And this echoes throughout the entire city. You have 10 minutes to decide. If you do not show up, this man will be killed for all to see. And the message ends.
No. Oh.
And you can see like spotlights from the statue shining right where the ship is, making it very obvious. And the ship itself has lights along the bottom that like shine out onto the street. So it's very clear where this thing is.
Can't.
I mean, it looks like people are standing on
What?
top.
What are we gonna do? We can't. I just looked at you two, just like looking like he just lost. He doesn't know what to do.
We have other things to worry about. They will probably execute us too. And then we would have come this far for nothing. And again, I am not ready to fight, and I don't think that our plan is just to go and surrender.
I'm not even suggesting this here that we surrender. I wouldn't do that.
Exactly. I cannot assist in a fight.
So we can at least help him escape.
We can try that, depending on when they are planning on executing him. But again, how will that help us? That may only bring more problem for us.
Devalin.
As you look towards him, you just see like him holding like his hand to his chin, like kind of looking down a little bit, deep in thought. He didn't seem to hear you the first time.
Devalin.
Oh. Trying to save his life would put ours at risk. I'm afraid that's not an option.
Dawn just has this look of sorrow upon her face.
Though there is one alternative.
Yeah.
If we are so adamant about saving Gronk. But that would involve using the ship.
What do you think?
So, what's the plan then?
Okay, don't just stop there.
Well,
we don't have time.
Use the ship, as I said. It's either we choose now
Oh.
or never. That's what.
Use the ship. How are we leaving?
No, use the ship to save him. That's as it is the top.
How?
It is a top of the line ship. After all, but
Do you know how to use it fully?
I'm sure I could figure it out. But that's the issue there. There's that, but then there's also the fact that maybe there might be some line of defense at the statue over there that might counteract whatever defenses the ship has.
Are there people around us, Boston?
I mean, there are like some people like probably on the street, just like some dock workers that are still working late. What's Sephiroth's on?
Let me,
Nice.
yeah, let me count a few things. Huh.
I feel like since it's just the three of us, I feel like this is a good spot to like maybe end the session, just because it's like a decision that like I feel more people should make.
Yeah, no, this would be a good spot to end.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a solution. It was not the best solution, but I had a solution of guessing 3 random people to
I
go.
was thinking the same thing as making people turn themselves in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking on doing. And I may
mean-
still do it, but I will see
I
what
mean-
everybody else.
I mean, I like it.
I can only do it for 3 people, though. That's the maximum I can do right now.
Is there anyone around us? Yeah, there's a couple people working late nights. All right, let's do that.
Mm.
And then we can have Aster disguise them as well, or not Aster, Victoria.
Yeah, make them look like you guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a bad ploy.
Well, do they know in general sense what we look like?
Yeah, well, the mind players have all seen you technically because of the hive mind thing.
Oh, that's true. I guess. Yeah, they've all
So-
seen
The
it.
thing is,
Know
will
what
they
you-
remember us?
Oh, that's right. They know what some of you look like. They know Dvalin for sure. They know Victoria for sure. The rest of you did have those cloaks on. So I'll make saves for that.
I
I'm
have
pretty
a
sure-
disguise on here.
Do you guys
From
remember what?
earlier.
That's true.
You didn't have a disguise.
You didn't have a disguise initially.
When
No, but I do now.
Does anyone have the items description close
What items?
for the mask that hides you guys? Because it's like a wisdom save to see.
I don't have it at all.
I don't know if I ever
Well,
had it.
no, you guys, your faces were covered though with the masks, so they would only know if anything. Here, I'll roll like.
Probably they will know the amount of people, but that's it.
Yeah. So it would only really be Dvalin and Victoria, and they know there are other assailants. They just don't remember exactly what they look like. So you could really have anybody take that like the other spots, and like 3 could be enough as well, because as long as like Dvalin and Victoria are involved, then they'll know that like those ones that they can recognize are accounted for.
Then that's the thing also too. We don't know necessarily that they know them, or would we know that? I'm trying to think of what we would know.
You know how your items work, and you know the interaction that Dvalin and Victoria had before. So you would know all of this, and you would
That's
assume
fair.
that they wouldn't recognize you guys. And you know at least
Okay.
your prominent recognizable features were hidden anyway.
That's fair. Okay.
So leave it for next time then, or do we want to do that now before?
I mean, I don't know what else like Loradak and Cyclac could do.
I think
per
this is
se.
like if we ended it here, it'd be cleaner.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
nothing. Like, we're kind of just in an in between because if we started doing something, then we kind of like that would be incomplete. But right here would be like a nice clean ending.
And once again,
Yeah.
Don has to wait another session to ask Dvalin,
Yeah. Well,
"Who are you? Where is she?"
Wait, what?
All right, cool. Yeah, that's planned for next time.
hopefully.
I'm mimicking Batman is what I was doing.
Yeah, I know you were.
I
Jose
think everybody
doesn't-
knew.
I mean, it still doesn't make sense, but
Whatever. I thought it'd be a funny little quip. All right. Well, if that's where we're ending, then
I think that's okay place.
Yeah,
It's a pretty
yeah,
just mostly
that's fine.
combat.
Okay.
But
well, we'll
That's
have
good though. You
to.
guys
yeah,
kicked
Let's
butt.
go.
Got the fun at the beginning with Transformer.
That's so
Womp,
awesome.
womp,
I'm
womp.
so glad I got to do
I
that.
almost would say if we saw the Transformer now, we could use it to like nuke.
You guys
All
know
right,
where
we're
the
turning
skull was.
ourselves in.
We do also know where that stuff is, right? by the
You
way.
can animate more missiles.
Is there more there, or is it just the one?
There's that one big missile.
Oh, so there's smaller ones.
Yeah, I like set up on the silo, but like there are others.
But will we have the time to get there in time?
I don't necessarily think that we
Maybe
can
not,
get there.
but if you split up, potentially.
Mm.
I like the I like the idea with the Gias. I think that might be that shot. Maybe
Cool.
like get
Yeah,
them
we'll
like
figure it out next time.
on the ship. They get them flying over there.
I'll let you guys know whether or not like I will be able to. Because there may be something
Next
more.
week?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
but yeah, I'll just keep in touch.
All right.
Okay.
Sweet
All right, good stuff.
burrito.
Bye.
We'll see you guys again.
Yay.